guys, we're at the Aria buffet in Las Vegas. This is an update, 4th of June 2014. This is lunch, first dinner. We're at the cusp, and beautifully, the Aria buffet, though it is a little pricey, they do have rollovers, which means you don't have to leave. You can stay for dinner if you want to, if you have any space. That's very nice. Some buffets, they have this annoying break between lunch and dinner, so watch that. It means that you won't get, if you arrive late, your dishes are gonna stop being taken away, and it's just really not nice. But so check the times, check if the buffet of your choice has a rollover. We have all of that explained on top-buffet.com. So we start from this side. First of all, I wanted to give you an overall view. I'll try and move as slowly as I can. Wow, I just heard a plate crash. Oh yeah, it's right there. I missed it. It's right there on the floor. So, the brief summary of the Aria buffet, it's definitely in the top 3 or 4, top 4 buffets in Vegas. It's a very good buffet in that everything you have will be of good quality, well prepared. It's just a matter of whether you think that the selection of the dishes they have here is exactly what you want. They have a good selection. I always feel overly full, and I try lots of things. So I don't fault Aria for anything at all. It's good. We come here often for 2-for-1. 2-for-1 buffet deal. We'll talk about how to get that in a little bit. You can just read top-buffet.com, but I'll tell you at the end. Okay, so I'm starting here. It's not the most exciting of sections, but even something like macaroni and cheese, it's very well made. Just really roasted beets, dill. This is, don't worry, there's your crabs, there are shrimps, and there is a lot of meat and the traditional stuff, but also different things. I'll show you the barbecue section. Underdone, well, but it's rare. It's how many of you like it. At least so you're telling me, guys. I'm going by what I received by email. It's very well cooked, very well prepared. Then I want to show this other section, which is a really nice sausage, a breakfast sausage as they call it. It looks simple, and you see it in budget buffets too, but this is well prepared. And then of course for the health conscious you have chicken and turkey. Okay, now let me start, because I actually met somebody and I listened to what he was saying, so I felt like I want to tell you this. I think that the Aria buffet has a good variety of dishes. I think it has absolutely anything that anybody that appreciates food would need. You cannot compare Aria to Bacchanal, which has more dishes, because Bacchanal is more expensive, and we always have to compare by price cluster. Now, if you don't care if you pay $100 for a buffet, then of course, you go to a $100 buffet and you'll find the caviar and all of that. So, Bacchanal is more expensive than Aria. This today, if you pay regular price, is $23.99, $23.99, practically $24. But we come here with 2-for-1, which you can find really, really easily. You can use My Vegas, and we explain how to do that. You only use 4,000 points, which is nothing. You can accumulate that in a day of free play and online. And then you get your 2-for-1. You can do that all the time and eat here for half the price, for 2 people, of course. And it's well worth it. You don't get that at some other buffets. But out of the ones that you can get 2-for-1 for, I think Aria is the best. Belange is good too, but in a different way. And of course you know that. Then for Bacchanal, it's a totally different ball game if you want to get coupons, and it's not that easy. Plus it's a massive lineup. So yes, by all means go to Bacchanal for the experience. Prepare to spend the whole afternoon because of the lineup and so forth, and then you have to fight for the dishes. Here it's a lot more relaxed. It's a beautiful setting. If you get a table by the window, you can see the beautiful pool areas. It's very elegant. But you have to appreciate food, because the difference is it's actually lighter. It's not quite so heavy. So if you appreciate that, then you do appreciate Aria. If you don't care about that, then there are other buffets you will like just as much. So I'm trying to think of every one of you, whatever you prefer. So although there are heavy dishes here, but I wouldn't say that it specializes in heavy dishes, so to speak. Now the chicken curry was great. Your naan and your curry, garbanzo beans curry, very good. Basmati rice, very nicely prepared. And don't worry, we'll get to the American sections and we will get to the crab section. Just a minute. Hummus was absolutely divine. Though I had it the first time and then I went and had something else. I came back and I was fed up with it, because once you start your heavier foods, you don't really want. I don't find that I want to go back to the light food. That's so weird. It must be a psychological thing. I mean, nothing crazy, psychological thing. Now the tzatziki. The tabbouleh was very, very good. It was light, very refreshing. Have it first, because if you wait, as I say, you won't appreciate that anymore. You've got this gorgeous olive paste. Very expensive if you buy it in stores. You got Greek salad, which is fine, barganoush. You see the crab legs there? And you got the sushi, but I'll show you later. It's always much busier. Now, with regards to pizza, it's nice and thin, but pizza stays here. The problem with pizza is that pizza sections in buffet always suffer because it sits for a long time. People go for the expensive stuff more, so the pizza sits, but it's fine, it's not. I think Bellagio has a better pizza, and they managed to cut it in small little pieces, and they dish them out. They offer them in a different way, so they don't sit for too long, so they're still fresh when you actually try them. But you don't come to Vegas buffets for pizza, because it just cannot be that good. It would have to be heated up again, and as I say, Bellagio is a small exception, mild exception to that. Braised mushrooms, vegetable lasagna, chicken parmesan, and garlic bites. Very, very tasty garlic bites, but if you have those, that's it. I mean, I had one and I was full. Giardiniera, badly spelled. Sun-dried tomatoes. These cauliflower caponata, very, very tasty if you're into eating healthy. Yellow tomatoes, marinated yellow tomatoes. You can add these delicacies to your salad, and I'll show you the salad section in a bit. This is, unfortunately, there's no sign, nothing. But I'm telling you roughly. Baked manicotti. This is for sure baked manicotti with ricotta cheese inside. Very well done. This is some saffron rice. I think it's too much swimming, and it was tasty, but it's a little creamier for me. This is a delicacy. This is polenta with expensive wild mushrooms, not those tasteless ones that you find for cheap at the stores, and like porcini type mushrooms. Polenta, pan fried with some parmesan. Really, 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 really delicious. Absolutely high end. Really, really delicious. I have 4 pieces. That's what's making me really full, actually. A bit too heavy, but it's the authenticity of the dish. Now, blue cheese, absolutely top class blue cheese. Cheddar, domestic, Italian pecorino. Pecorino is an expensive cheese. It's made of sheep. So it's a different, if you cannot have cow's milk or cow's cheese, pecorino is a really good choice. Very, very tasty. It's a delicacy, and they have it. herb mozzarella, mozzarella, and chili mozzarella. And of course, you've got your deli meat, chorizo, mortadella, and Genoa salami, but it's diced up. Personally, I prefer it in slices. There must be a reason why it's diced. Maybe it keeps better. Now, the Asian section is very good here. Kimchi, fried rice, stir-fried vegetables, chicken gailin, vegetable chow mein. Some people call it Singapore noodles. If one of you knows the difference, correct me, because I see the same dish and it's either called Singapore noodles or chow mein. It's I know that dish very well, and by the way, here it was delicious. You can taste the saffron just like at the Mirage, if not better. Very nice egg drop soup, very nice. And here you've got a really delicious assortment of dim sum. Can you see it? I want to show you the really one that, oh, I had this one, it was delicious. I hope the egg, this is one, is shrimp. This is the one. It was so delicate. I would have eaten 10 of these. Delicate. Rice pastry wrapping this delicately cooked shrimp. So you really, if you like Asian food, you will like it here. And I'll show you the beautiful dining area. And now we're gonna go to, okay, I'll show you the salad section and fruit section first, and then I'll go to the crab section and the soup section. Okay, baby spinach, spring mix, which is nice to see because some of the other buffets have completely done away with spring mix, romaine lettuce. I would have preferred such a higher end buffet to have a made to order salad, because it's better if they toss it, I think. You've got a selection of oils and other condiments in a minute, but if they don't have the oil you want, just ask and they'll bring it for you. You have to be patient, wait for somebody to show up and say, can I have this? Can you fill that up? And they will go. I mean, at higher end buffets, they'll do that for you. Lower end buffets, you might have to struggle. Plenty of regular dressings, croutons and Parmesan cheese. And the Mexican condiments, I really loved. The guacamole was so homemade. It looks a little liquid, but it actually is so delicious, made of fresh avocado, made in-house, clearly. Tortilla chips, chicken noodle soup, and butternut squash, which I forgot to try because I'm just too full. But it seems to be very, very popular. Usually soups suffer a little bit because you have so many other things, but this one seems to be, I mean, I was here just a while ago and it was full. So the good assortment of sandwiches and cold cut sandwiches. So although it looks appetizing, don't have too many of those because then it'll fill you up really quickly, and that's my mistake. I'm thinking about that. It reminds me of the very, very budget and good Red Rock buffet, in that they had stromboli on the other hand, which is a heated up type of sandwich. And of course, other buffets, they have Reuben, so they all have their thing. This is cold cut. And you have vegetables, you have meat, you have red meat and white meat, so there's a bit of for everybody. Potato salad, broccoli salad, your usual cold cut things. I'm not too keen on these sections, but I know some people like to try something different, That's absolutely fine, and they do change. They do vary it, so tomorrow it'll be something else. The fruit salad, well, there's not much left, but I had it, and despite what it looks, it was actually very sweet and ripe and very good for that reason. Okay, now, seafood jambalaya and assorted grilled veggies. Then here you've got your fish and chips, very good quality fish and very well cooked seasoned chips. Again, that could be heavy, so watch out. Clams, chorizo tomato, nice and refreshing soup, mussel lemon champagne, very good. Everything was fine. Minestrone soup. This is new. This is just coming out for dinner. The rest was also there for lunch. And onion soup, clearly. Beef and onion or just onion soup. There is no sign. They haven't really labeled it very well yet because we're on the cusp. So hopefully they'll be labeling it better shortly. Variety of breads. And here we go, guys. New Zealand green mussels. Look how big they are. Crawfish boil. Snow crab legs cut, nice pieces like this, and snow crab legs. They have crab legs for lunch as well, just a little bit more for dinner. So this is one of the few buffets that has crab legs for lunch as well as Mirage. So you have to think of that when you consider the price, if this is something you actually want to eat. Peel and eat shrimp, mussels. Didn't look that fantastic, but I tasted the sushi section. The spicy salmon roll, this one here was delicious. A very good sauce, spicy sauce. The rest was good. I'm always critical of sushi at buffets because usually because they sit there for a while, they tend to be a little dry. And you really need to moisten them, or they need to go really fast for you to appreciate them. For example, at Bacchanal, the sushi is excellent, and it really goes really fast. They don't put out quite so many, you see. And in fact, sometimes you go there and the sushi is gone, you have to wait. But they put out very little, and then it keeps on being brought out, and therefore it's a little bit more moist, a little bit less dry. I actually like sushi at Bacchanal, perhaps a little more. But this one was good as well. And again, it's not fair to compare the two so much because Bacchanal is much more expensive. So some of you have written to me and said, you know what, Bacchanal is too expensive. It might be good, but it's just ridiculously expensive. So I'm telling you that. I know that some of you do not care about the price, so I have to say that for all of you. So you've got a variety of crab legs, and of course you've got your swordfish, your cod. There's plenty for fish eaters too, it's not just meat. There's plenty for all preferences, and it's so beautifully displayed. It's airy, like Aria. It's airy. It's never overcrowded. It's actually very large. The dining area is very large, which I think helps. It's elegant. It's a beautiful resort, Aria, and obviously there's a made-to-order pasta section. I forgot about that, guys. So you come here and you order the pasta that you want. There are a variety of condiments.
Garlic you can put in there. Awesome. I knew I forgot something important.
There you go, guys. So all in all, it's one of the best buffets in Vegas. We have a page called Top 10 Buffets in Vegas, and that page there is constantly updated because, sometimes a buffet slips up, maybe there's a change in chef, those things do matter. And this is June 2014. We've just updated the list, and we're updating it until the end of June because we're continuing being on the road, and then we'll be back in autumn. There's no point in keep coming to the same place. You have to wait at least a couple of months for the changes, if any, to take place. So it's one of the top buffets in Vegas. There are some differences between the top buffets. Some of them are really, really inexpensive, and yet they're fantastic. Some of them are like Bacchanal, very expensive, so it's all expected. So hopefully our page, if you go to top-buffet.com and you check the menu, and there's a page called Top 10, and you can hopefully see what we mean by that, what I've just explained to you. Also, you want to know about the 2-for-1. If you play My Vegas and you're a seasoned player of My Vegas, you know everything about it. It's one of the rewards. It's very difficult to get 2 free buffets here. It's very easy to get 1 free buffet. But probably the best deal would be 2-for-1 because you really require very, very few points. And we have a dedicated section on My Vegas, and we explain to you how to make points really quickly. You do not have to spend $1. Make sure you don't, otherwise it defeats the purpose. And you can get here and have 2 for 1, and it would be only 1 reward, and you basically pay half price. 2 of you pay half price. Well worth it. And so we discussed that on top-buffet.com and how to get out of the buffet deals. Hopefully this has been of use. Goodbye from the Aria Buffet, and see you on top-buffet.com. Bye-bye. Hello again. I didn't go very far, did I? I forgot the dessert section. It's a little bit tucked away, it's separate. It's actually the beginning, the entrance, and then if you go further, well, I'll show you. You basically come into this beautiful area, which is now they pulled down the drapes because it's sunny. And that area overlooks the beautiful area, the beautiful pool areas. And then you have the dessert, and then further down you've got the whole of the buffet. So, of course, higher end buffet, and you will have your gorgeous gelatos. I really like the Oreo actually, but sorbet and gelatos, very healthy option. You don't have to feel guilty about eating it. It's very good. I still think the Studio B has even better gelato, but we are really saying 10 out of rather than 9, and so they're both very good. And you can read about Studio B on top-buffet.com. Now, it's a big enough dessert section. It's not massive, but it's big enough, and it's good quality. Cinnamon bread pudding, something different, you know. Bread pudding is everywhere, but they've added cinnamon, so they've made it a little bit more unique. Look at these whole grain, can you see them? Whole grain croissant. It's good, isn't it? Plus they have a total gluten-free section. Well, I was told that they have some gluten-free dishes and a gluten-free section. I didn't actually see it, but probably what it's meant is that there are gluten-free dishes, which we all can work out. But you can ask me about it if I wasn't clear about that. Bananas Foster. And this other section here. I think what happens to me when I come to Aria is that I've eaten so much in the savory hot, you know, the regular buffet, main buffet area, that then I just don't have any space for any dessert, and it's a struggle to try them. See, there you go, that's what I meant. Gluten-free tiramisu, which, you know, so they do have some gluten-free choices. Lovely cheesecake, actually, which is not gluten-free. Boston cream pie, that's a unique thing. I haven't seen it anywhere else. And it just looks beautiful. It's smallish, but it's beautiful. How much dessert do you have to eat? I ask myself. Chocolate cake pop, raspberry chocolate, you know, they're very popular, those things. Cupcakes, of course. So guys, hopefully this has been of use. Again, see you on top-buffet.com. Bye-bye.